Hello students, welcome back to my channel. So this is the last topic of integral calculus, differentiation under integral sign. So here we differentiate given integrals, okay, by using the Leibniz rule. The Leibniz rule states that let f of x comma alpha be a function possessing continuous first order partial derivative dou by dou x f of x comma alpha, and f of alpha is given by integral a to b f of x comma alpha. So this is f of x comma alpha into dx. Then differentiation of this given integral is given by f dash of f of alpha equals to. So that is differentiation of this integral is equals to integration a to b partial derivative of this given function, that is dou by dou alpha f of x comma alpha into dx. Okay, so this is the partial derivative of this function with respect to alpha, okay, where a and b are the constants which are independent of alpha. So that means by using Leibniz theorem we can find out the differentiation of the given integral by using this formula. Okay, let's see the problems. Given that evaluate integral 0 to 1 x raised to a minus 1 divided by log x into dx, where a is a parameter. Okay, so that means by to apply Leibniz rule we have to differentiate this function with respect to a. So that means this is f of a value, right? Solution: let f of a, because here a is a parameter, okay, so f of a is equals to 0 to 1 x raised to a minus 1 divided by log x into dx. Next, by applying Leibniz rule we can differentiate this one. So that is by Leibniz rule differentiation of this one can be written as f dash of a is equals to d by dx, so d alpha of f of, so here given this is parameter is a, so f of a, since here in this rule we have taken alpha as a parameter but here a is a given parameter, therefore we consider d by da of f of a is given by integral, we keep these limits as it is 0 to 1. Here we consider partial differentiation of this one, that is dou by dou alpha, sorry, this is not alpha, this is a, dou by dou a of this one given function, so that is x raised to a minus 1 divided by log x into dx. So this is by the Leibniz rule. Okay, so next we differentiate partially this function with respect to a. So on differentiating this one we get f dash of a is equals to, so differentiating, so first we consider this one, so differentiating partially this one we get, so we write here only, so f dash of a equals to, so now because we are partially differentiating with respect to a, now x becomes constant, we treat this x as a constant because we are differentiating partially, so therefore we get integral 0 to 1 differentiation of this one. Now it is in the form of a raised to x, not x raised to a, because here x is constant and a is a function because we are differentiating with respect to a. Okay, so on we know that a raised to x differentiation is a raised to x into log x. Okay, so here in this case in the place of x we have a, in the place of a we have x. Okay, so here x raised to a differentiation is x raised to a into log a, sorry, log a, sorry, this is log x, this is log a, okay, x raised to a into log x minus 1 differentiation is 0, whole divided by log x is constant term, so therefore we keep this log x as it is because x we treated as a constant. Now this log x get cancels, okay. So a raised to x differentiation is a raised to x into log a. So simplifying this one, integral 0 to 1, here we get x raised to a into dx, right? This is f dash of a value. Now we integrate this one. So here now we are integrating with respect to x, not with respect to a, okay. So we know that x raised to n difference integration is x raised to n plus 1. So here in the place of n we have a, therefore we write a plus 1 divided by a plus 1 and the limits are 0 to 1. Further simplifying this one, we get x raised to, so in the place of substituting x we get 1 raised to a plus 1 which is equals to 1 only divided by a plus 1. Here we get minus lower limit is 0, 0 power anything equals to 0. Next, so this is equals to 1 divided by a plus 1. Now we got f dash of a value, okay. So this is f dash of a value. So consider this as equation 2. So first given we consider this as equation 1. Here now we have considered this one as equation 2, okay. So different now integrating this one, integrating on both sides, we get, so integration and differentiation get cancels, we get f of a value, f of a. Here integrating this one, now it is in the form of 1 by x form. 1 by x difference integration is log x, that is log of a plus 1 plus constant term c. Consider this as equation 3, okay. Now in the given function we substitute a value equals to 0, okay, to get the c value. So that is substituting a equals to 0 in equation 1, that is given in the given function. So on substituting in this equals to a equals to 0 we get, so see here on substituting a equals to 0 we get f of 0 equals to integral 0 to 1. Here x raised to 0, x raised to 0 minus 1 divided by log x into dx. Further simplifying, x raised to 0 is 1, 1 minus 1 equals to 0, totally we get 0. So that we got f of 0 equals to 0, okay. So therefore we substitute this f of 0 equals to 0 in equation 3. So that is now substituting a equals to 0 and f of 0 equals to 0 in equation 3, okay. In this equation 3 then we get c value. So that is f of, we are substituting a equals to 0, then it becomes f of a. So f of 0 value is 0, so that we get f of 0 equals to log of a plus 1 means it is 0 plus 1 which is equals to 1 plus c. So f of 0 equals to, here we have it is 0, 0 equals log of 1 is 0 plus c. So that we get c value equals to 0. Now we got this c value. So on substituting this c value into equation 3 we get required solution, that is so therefore substituting c equals to 0 in in equation 3 we get required results, that is f of a equals to log of a plus 1 is the required result, which is required solution, right? So that means by using Leibniz theorem, first we have to partially differentiate the given function, then we go for integration. After integrating, we substitute a equals to 0 in the given function, there we get the c value. Okay, so that's after substituting c value in the equation 3, that is in this equation. Okay, so after integrating we get some answer. In that, after substituting a equals to 0, sorry, c equals to 0, we get the required answer. Next problem. From the value of integral 0 to 1 x raised to m dx, deduce the value of integral 0 to 1 x raised to m log x raised to n dx when m is greater than 0 and n is a positive integer. Okay, so in the exam they make you the question like this also. Here again we use the differentiation under integral sign only by the Leibniz rule only. So in sometimes they will mention so that by using differentiation under integral sign or by using Leibniz rule of differentiation under integral sign, deduce that, prove that, like this. Okay, so otherwise you can understand that if it is given like this 0 to 1 x raised to m dx, deduce at something, so then you come to know that this is the by using Leibniz rule only. Okay, so here we use the Leibniz rule. So solution, first we start with the given. So sometimes they will mention that start with this one. Okay, by starting like this. Okay, so here using this one, that is given integral 0 to 1 x raised to m dx. Okay, so this one. Now first integrating this one, we get x raised to m, integration is x raised to m plus 1 divided by m plus 1, 0 to 1, so which is equals to, we get applying limits 1 power m plus 1 is 1 divided by m plus 1 and the lower limit is 0. So therefore we get 0 to 1 x raised to m into dx. Now, so this is integral, we differentiate this one. Okay, differentiating under integral sign with respect to, because here m is a parameter, x is a function, so with respect to, always we differentiate with respect to parameter only, with respect to m. So you can mention that by Leibniz rule, we get, so Leibniz rule is that f dash of m is equals to, so differentiation under integral rule is that we keep this integral as it is, we consider partial derivative of this one with respect to the parameter, so that is dou by dou m x raised to m into dx. Okay, and its value is equals to, here its value is 1 divided by m plus 1. So this is, you can consider it as equation 1. So this is by, here we write by 1. So this value we have taken from the equation 1. Okay, so this can be written as, so we start here. So differentiating this one with partially, we get x raised to m differentiation. Okay, with respect to m is x raised to m differentiation is x raised to m into log m, because again it is in the form of a raised to x. We are differentiating with respect to m. M is a function and x is a constant. So a raised to x differentiation is a raised to x into log x, but here in the place of a we have x. Okay, so this is not log m, log x, x raised to m into log x. Okay, so differentiating this one, differentiating under integral sign, we get integral 0 to 1 x raised to m into log x into this dx as it is. Now differentiating this one with respect to m only, because all terms are m only. So we get 1 by x differentiation is minus 1 divided by x square, that is minus 1 divided by m plus 1 square. Now again differentiating this one, with respect to m, we get integral 0 to 1. This log x becomes constant now. We write here log x as it is. Okay. Now differentiation of this one is again x raised to m into log x dx equals to minus 1 by, so differentiation of this one is minus 1. Okay, minus 1 as it is, again 1 divided by m plus 1 whole square, differentiation is minus 2 divided by, it becomes m plus 1 whole cube. Okay, or we may write it as minus 1 minus 1 minus minus equals to plus 2 also, but for formula, so we want to represent in general form, therefore we consider minus 1 minus 2 minus 3 like this only, don't go for the multiplication of this one. So then this can be written as integral 0 to 1 log x square x raised to m. Okay, log x into log x square into dx equals to minus 1 minus 2 divided by m plus 1 cube. Okay, now after second step differentiation, we got here log square and x raised to m is same as it is in the first step. Here we got minus 1 minus 2. If I differentiate again, we get according to this one we can write it as 0 to 1. After third step we get log x cube, right? X raised to m is as it is, dx also as it is. So here we get minus 1 minus 2 minus 3. So in the place of m plus 1, so m plus 1 power 3, here we get power 1 power is increased. So here we get m plus 4. Sorry, m plus 1 power 4. So now repeating this process, of differentiation with respect to m n times, we get, so here after repeating n times, the play, because it is third time we got 3, so if I repeat this n times, we get log x power n, this x raised to m fixed, that is remains same, dx, here we get minus 1 minus 2 minus 3 up to minus m, right? Denominator 1 divided by, sorry, it is m plus 1 power n plus 1. Okay, or this can also be written as integral 0 to 1 x raised to m log x into dx. So this can be written as minus 1, here in all these term we can take minus 1 term, minus 1 as a common term, then it becomes 1 2 3 and 4 and so on. So 1 2 3 up to n terms can be written as n factorial, denominator m plus 1 power n plus 1. So this is the required proof. Okay. Problem, starting from integral 0 to infinity e raised to minus ax dx equals to 1 by a for a greater than 0, deduce that integral 0 to infinity x raised to m e raised to minus ax dx equals to m factorial divided by a power m plus 1. Okay. So solution given, we start with the given integral 0 to infinity e raised to minus ax dx equals to 1 by a. Okay, consider this as equation 1. So differentiating under integral sign, with respect to m, using Leibniz rule. We get, so differentiating this one, so under using Leibniz rule, it becomes f dash of a. So that is the differentiation of this one is given by Leibniz rule is integral 0 to infinity dou by dou a of this e raised to minus ax into dx. Okay, so it is given by 1 by a, so therefore here differentiation of this one is minus 1 by a square. Further simplifying this one, we get integral 0 to infinity, partial differentiation of this one is e raised to ax, differentiation is e raised to ax, but here x differentiation we have to write this minus ax differentiation is minus x into dx equals to minus 1 by a square. Minus sign get cancels. So therefore we can write it as integral 0 to infinity e raised to minus ax into x into dx equals to 1 by a square. This is first step differentiation. Again differentiating with respect to a only, we get, so in the place of x we get x square. So that is here 0 to infinity, partially differentiating this one, so here x becomes constant. Now partially differentiating this one, we get e raised to x differentiation minus ax is e raised to minus ax into, so differentiation of this one is minus x dx equals to differentiating this one, we get 1 by a square differentiation is, so here we get minus 2 divided by a cube. Again minus sign get cancels. Here we write 1 into 2, so this minus sign get cancels. So 0 to infinity, x into x becomes x square e raised to minus ax into dx equals to, so again minus sign get cancels, we get 1 into 2 divided by a cube. So now keep on continuing this procedure up to n steps, that is continuing this process n steps, that is continuing this process of differentiation with respect to a up to n steps or n times, we get integral 0 to infinity x raised to n e raised to minus ax dx equals to this 1 2 3 into up to n, here a power n plus 1, or this can be written as, sorry, we repeat this up to m times because in the proof we need m term, so therefore here it becomes m, this becomes up to m times, this one is also m times. So that is, once again I will write here, so differentiating up to m times, this becomes integral 0 to infinity x raised to m e raised to minus ax dx, here it becomes 1 2 3 up to m times, denominator becomes a power m plus 1, or this can be written as integral 0 to infinity x raised to m e raised to minus ax into dx, so this can be replaced by n factorial, sorry, here it is m, therefore it can be written as m factorial divided by a power m plus 1. So this is the required proof. Okay.